Hey, West
Hey,
Coast Wednesday. I see you
sure.
got your new merch on.
Got to rep that merch, honey. Rep this team.
That's
Just
what
won a
I'm talking about.
championship.
Right.
It's
It's
really
all,
good.
all year long. We
Yeah,
champs.
we're champs. I'm aces all year round. I'm with winners, and I'll get into why I'm not with losers right now. But I'm with winners right now.
I was gonna say you got a little explaining to do on that one.
I
So
have a lot of explaining to do. It's crazy. But I'm with the winners right now. I'm with the winners. We're
okay,
gonna rock the
that's what's up.
championship. Congratulate to our girls.
Mm-hmm.
First championship team in Vegas. Let's do it.
That's what it's all
Professional
about.
sports team in Vegas. Let's make that very clear. Shout out
That's
to
what
Amber
it's all
Dixon too, that had us on Nevada Week. If you guys didn't catch that, make sure you go into our YouTube channel where I hope you subscribed and telling your
Yes.
friends. We were on there and we did that.
Funny story, one of my friends was in town and just
Mm-hmm.
happened to be, like, at his mom's house chilling, and I get, like, a little DM in my messages, and it was us on the TV, and he's like, "Look at this." I come sit down,
You
and I'm
gotta
like, "I
love it.
know her. I know you
Yeah.
guys."
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like,
Gotta love
just
it.
chilling watching PBS on a week on a
Right.
on a weekday. Hey, see what
Right.
you guys
That's what we're
do. I
doing.
loved it. Yeah, so big
Yes.
thanks to,
Catch the replay for sure.
PBS.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. We got a lot to go over later on the
Yes, we
show. We got
do.
to go over some picks because it was a crazy week 3 in football, like
Worst week of football
insane.
ever.
The worst. But before that, we've got some guests coming on live. Super excited to talk to them. We know we love supporting our Vegas athletes, and
Mm-hmm.
especially our Vegas women and young
Yes.
ladies. So
Yes.
please welcome from the College of Southern Nevada Lady Coyotes, Coach Dan Savage, Kayla Javillo, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, and Aaliyah Ibarra.
How's it going?
Oh, great.
Good.
I have a small correction. We have Nadia Morales with us instead of Aaliyah. So
Oh, Nadia, Nadia.
Oh,
Hi, Nadia.
dang, coach. Dang. Hi,
Yes.
Nadia.
Hi, Nadia. So let me ask her both. What is Nadia? Are you first year? Because I know uh you're going. The other one's
Kayla.
going into her sophomore year.
I'm sophomore. This is my
Oh,
sophomore.
you're a sophomore too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Impressive. Okay. We want to kind of just get started on how this all became because we're rolling into 3 years of the season. So when did College of Southern Nevada decide to? I know there were other athletic programs. Soccer's big there. Baseball's big there. Had some
yeah.
notable alumni like Bryce Harper and a few people that kind of matriculated through CSN for their sports. How did it come about for the basketball
So
program?
yeah, correct. Actually, it was quite a few years ago. They had basketball for one season, um,
Okay.
and it was a budget issue that we have to travel so far to play other teams. So that one year kind of just was an experiment years ago, and they started planning to bring back men's and women's basketball. Like you said, 3 years ago, they started planning it about 5 years ago before the pandemic, and the first year just happened to be smack dab right in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. So
Right.
that first year we played 16 games. I was the associate head coach at that point, and we played 16 games, and they were almost all on the road because we couldn't play home games.
Right.
Wow.
But last year was our first full season. So this year is our first full season with a full year of recruiting. So it's a lot of firsts for us.
That's got to be pretty exciting then.
It is, yeah, it is, and you're right. We do have multiple sports here. We just added cross country last year.
Wow.
We have women's volleyball, men's and women's soccer, obviously baseball, softball. So the school is growing at a pretty good rate for sports.
That's incredible. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize that CSN had a
Me
women's
neither.
basketball team. And I mean, Mo's born and raised here. I've been here for 20 years. I mean, we all knew about CSN, but I guess we didn't really notice that there was a lack of basketball there for a while. But we're glad to see it's happening. But Coach, how did you get the job? Were you striving out to become head coach somewhere? Have you have a long experience in basketball, or is it just a passion?
So this is my 29th year of coaching in general at all different
Love it.
levels, both
Okay.
men and women, from high school to the semi-pros. I've been doing basketball my whole life, played in college, and I had actually somewhat retired, and I got a phone call that the previous coach needed some help, and so I jumped on, and I figured, you know what, there's only 3 women's basketball teams in the whole state of Nevada: UNR, UNLV, and now
Yeah.
CSN.
Yeah.
So I thought, what a great opportunity if I'm going to come out of retirement, that this was right down the street and be able to, not have to relocate to coach at the college level was a big bonus for me. And then last year, the previous coach had resigned, and they named me the interim coach. And halfway through the year, they gave me the permanent coaching tab.
Well, you deserve it because you've been pretty successful, even with the team that you inherited. You guys had some great wins from what I noticed. And they did like a little water shower for you on celebrating on one of those fantastic wins.
Yeah.
Are you expecting that this season?
It's funny you say that because I actually was going through my phone today trying to clear it out, trying to free up some memory. And it happened twice. Once in Salt Lake, we beat the number 22 ranked team in the country at their
awesome.
Salt Lake. So it happened up there, and then we played Snow College, and the first time we played them, they beat us by 40. And when we played them here, we beat them by 1, and that was the second water shower. So it's priceless. That type of stuff is priceless. But absolutely, I don't expect as many this year, and here's why. Because I think we kind of broke through the ceiling last year, so we kind of expect to beat those teams this year. So I'm gonna hold these two accountable. The only water shower I want is when we win the championship.
I hear that. We got a team captain too in the building. So, Captain, please explain to us, what do you think it's going to take this season for you to rally the team, have your game level up? Because you average like 16 points a game, so you've been doing very, very well to your success. So what do you think you're going to be attributing to or making the team kind of be better this season?
This year I need to work on my communication skills with the whole team, and if we work hard all together and get right with each other, then I feel like we could make it to the playoffs, to the championship, if we have everything put together.
Okay.
So I had a question, because I know we've watched a couple of previous interviews with you, Coach, and some of the players. And I know that you've mentioned like your job really is to bring these girls in, but then to also be pushing them out and to further their success in women's basketball. So tell us a little bit about what that's like. I mean, does your team seem to be changing each year as far as majority of the players are moving around and coming and leaving to get better access in the basketball community? Or what do you think? How does that work for your guys' team there?
Yeah, 100%. The day they step on campus, our goal is to get them to the next level if that's what they so choose. Last year we sent one player Division I, one player Division II, a player to an NAIA school, and a player to a Division III school. So the turnaround at the junior college level is pretty heavy. This year, these are my only 2 returners.
Okay.
We weren't sure if Destiny Brown was still on the roster or not. I hadn't heard any news.
So she had over 40 Division I schools.
Wow.
Interested in her, and when she got on campus, we talked about where do you want to go and what does it look like the next school. And she wanted to go to an HBCU. She wanted to be in the South. She's originally from Los Angeles, so she wanted to live in the South. And she wanted to play at a school where she'd step right in and play a lot. And so out of all the schools that recruited her, she chose Alcorn State, which fit.
All right.
Love
she's
it.
down there at Alcorn State, and I talked to her 2 days ago, and she's absolutely loving life. She said, I didn't know there was that many stars in the sky because they're kind of in the country. And, she's enjoying it, and it's a full scholarship, and she's a great kid, a great student, and a good example of what our job is get players in. Usually it's a 2-year degree. We want them to get their associate's degree and then move on to their bachelor's. And if we can get basketball to help pave the way and even pay the way for their second college career, that's our goal for sure, 100%.
Awesome. Now I know it's 80% has to be a local students in order to participate in the program. It's 80% of the students here. How does that recruitment look for the high schools out here? Because I know you have a couple of our locals right now on the show, but how does that look for you as far as recruiting goes? And then the next half of that is, UNLV women's basketball team, Coach Lindy LaRock, and them having a championship. How do you guys bridge as far as advancing them to go that way possibly?
Sure. Well, your first part of the question, the 80% rule, is something that it's something that the president, Dr. Z here at CSN, mandates for all of our sports programs. And the reason is he wants it to be a true community team. And so it's tricky. It is tricky to have 80% local. It doesn't have to be from Vegas. It has to be in state. So we have a player from Winnemucca, Nevada, up north.
Winnemucca. Wow.
Yeah, we have a player from Pahrump Valley. So
okay.
It is a challenge because a lot of Vegas kids, not all, but a lot of Vegas kids kind of want to get out of Vegas to go to college.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a battle. Some don't necessarily want to live at home. They've kind of reached their time limit of living at home. So it can be a challenge, but there's a lot of really talented players. I just spoke to four students that I'm recruiting right now. I spoke to them this morning and had good conversations with them. So it's good. My assistant coach, Coach Tracy Antonio, when we travel on the road, he stays behind and goes to all the high school games.
Okay.
Chance to meet the parents and talk, and then I kind of swoop in and try to seal the deal. So with 15 freshmen, though, it's going to be a very small recruiting class next year.
Wow.
Good majority of them will come back.
Yeah.
But that's great for the community and for Las
is.
Vegas locals to know that the school itself does that throughout all sports, because it is great to be able to keep keep that talent here. We see, I think each year you see the communities and the different sports, they are bringing out all these athletes from Vegas, and you get to see them each year. And it's nice to know that there's opportunities for them within here in Las Vegas and Nevada.
Yeah, absolutely. And to get back to your second point with UNLV, I contacted and spoke with and met with Coach LaRocque a few times last year. They came to watch a game, I think 1 or 2 games last year. And yeah, of course, if we have I'd love for it to be a two-way pipeline. We have somebody that's interested in that. Oh, hey, dog.
That's Mel. Mel's got her.
Tilly likes to act up every once in a while.
She
hasn't
for
a while, but yeah.
I like it. So we want it to be a little bit of a two-way street. If they have somebody that, maybe either is coming off an injury that they're interested in, or needs a year of JUCO to be able to progress to the level that they need, we'd love to be that option for her and for that program. And of course, if we have somebody that fits their style and fits their recruiting parameters, we absolutely, we want to stay as close as we can with them in that program.
That's amazing, because the thing of it is I know it's very competitive here. We're a very entertainment city, so it's a huge pie that gets divided with different types of entertainment to try to watch and see these games. How is that going to be this season with you guys? You have your upcoming game on the 14th of October, I believe. Where is it that you guys are playing, and how can the community kind of get involved with seeing you guys play?
Great question. Our website is csncoyotes.com. It has that's all of our sports. You can go to any sport and check the schedule. Our schedule for this season is up now. This October 14th, we're actually going to Salt Lake for a jamboree. It's kind of a preseason jamboree. We get to play 4 games in one day to get a really good look at everybody on the squad. And then we play our games right here in the North Las Vegas campus in our campus recreation center.
Okay.
I joke around. It's a very small gym, but it's our gym, and we love it because we play really well here. We go to Salt Lake and their gym holds 10,000 people, and we go to Southern Idaho and their gym holds 8,000, and they pack those places.
Wow.
So up here, it's the other teams walk in kind of snickering, but it's our gym, it's our floor, there are rims. We play very well at home, and a small, intimate crowd this year. So it's exciting because last year we played at Democracy Prep. We didn't get to play too many home games. But this year we're playing all of our home games here on the North Las Vegas campus.
Okay, good. So Vegas, you hear that? Everybody show out.
And we're going to be following. We'll be following.
Yeah,
we'll be giving up scores. We're definitely taking a big interest in you guys.
One thing I wanted to ask. I want to go to a game.
Yeah. So I'm sure you guys are already now practicing. You're getting ready for the season starting, your jamboree. Girls or young ladies, sorry. How are you guys preparing? I think it was Kayla, you had a 4.0 last fall, as well as performing with the team.
That's awesome.
Listen, I didn't even play sports in college,
I didn't
and
either.
I couldn't even get to a 4.0.
Yeah.
So tell us the dedication. How is there a practice? Is it you were just born like this, magnificent in athletics and academics, or how does that work for you ladies on the team to be able to perform academically as well as on the court?
Me?
Okay, go ahead.
Both of you can.
Yeah, either one of you. Yes.
I'll let them
Don't be
talk.
shy, ladies. This is your time. I want you guys to be promoting yourselves here. Let's talk. Let's hear you.
Last fall, they both had a 4.0, so that's
Oh,
kind
wow.
Yep, Nadia
Well,
did as
yeah.
well. But
Nadia,
Let's hear
that's
from
awesome.
both then. Yeah.
Both of you guys. How do you manage that?
So I've always taken pride in my education first and foremost, and we're always told by our coaches that we're student athletes before, or we're students before the athlete part.
Mhm.
So I just focus on time management and my organization in order to do my job off the court and in the classroom before I could do it on the court.
Wow.
I feel like the kids are more disciplined this go round, this generation. I feel like even though you have social media and other little kind of distractions, things that kind of get you ADD stats, I feel like you guys both see what it takes. And I think with Coach Savage, and not to even diminish you, Coach Savage, because there's no diminishing whatsoever. You coached alongside with Jelly Bean Bryant. You had a great stellar career with Bonanza High School with the wins there when you were there. You've got a great coach that's really setting up the foundation for you guys. Does that also play into your determination as far as your studies and for wins?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say definitely. I mean, we as a group have to understand that it's not just basketball, it's other things as well incorporated into it. And I feel like being able to go to school while playing is the best opportunity to have. And you have to take.
Do you think part of? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, do you think staying in the same city, like, you went to high school here in Las Vegas, you're kind of used to the hoopla of what Vegas is and what's going on. You stay in the city, so you're not really, I guess, intrigued to kind of, deal with what the outside's doing. As if you were to go to a different school, different city, you might be more apt to be checking out other things and not concentrating so much on studies in school. Has it been helpful for you to remain in Las Vegas and to be there at CSN?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, that does play a role. I feel like too.
No, yeah, because I get to stay home. I have my house not down the street, but I have my home here. I live with my parents, and they kind of support me, and then I can pay my tuition, with them, with their help. So I have more, a little bit more opportunity for me and for myself to go out and use that money to, have fun and do things that I want to do, buy things that I want to buy, rather than struggling kind of somewhere else all alone,
Right.
Yeah.
And you guys aren't working students either, right? It's just all academics and athletics.
I work.
You do? Wow. And so you're managing all three of those. That's quite commendable.
This is a girl power right here.
These are the girl powers today. We might as well just give them their flowers and just have them have their girl power moment.
This is it.
You're working, you're in school, and you're playing basketball. I mean, that's a load, and that's a lot of discipline and determination. I know you ladies witnessed, and Coach, I know you witnessed the first professional championship team to bring home a championship in Las Vegas, our women aces. How much has that impacted your girls to see that happen? And ladies, I got to ask you, who are your favorite players on the team?
Oh, well, I just think they're such an inspiration to us, showing us that they could accomplish the highest level of professional sports. And as women, they represented us very well. And my favorite player is Kelsey Plum.
Okay.
I also love everyone else. So
Aja Wilson,
Asia, yeah. Asia's a beast. So do you guys look at their game and try to modify or tweak or get inspired to say, maybe I could kind of have some skill sets with what I take away from watching them to develop your game some?
Yes, my dad is always telling me that I have to watch these players and learn from them. So I try to watch them and I try to just mock their game a little bit.
Yeah.
Kayla's got to find her inner dog.
Yeah,
this
she is gonna
season,
find her inner
right?
dog. Yeah, Texas is a beast. You know, they are. I mean, they truly did something that's so monumental. And then, coach, for you to see this team come out on top like this, what was your takeaway from the experience of seeing the Las Vegas Aces with a first-year head coach and all of that?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Becky's, even going back to when she was a player and obviously being over at San Antonio with Coach Pop. Just following her journey has been really impressive. We've been lucky enough to be able to go to quite a few games as a team.
Oh, good.
And we go as a team building event. It's a lot of fun. And the coaches, assistant coaches, and myself kind of always try to find a little part in there to point things out that we talk about in practice that we see them doing. And I think that's really helpful for the girls to see, for the ladies to see, when we talk about the speed of play at this younger age, 18, 19, 20 years old. I think they just want to go so fast and they kind of get a little out of control. And for them to come in and see the Aces play with so much composure and slow the game down, it makes it a little bit easier for them. It's been great for us as coaches to have that in-person example that we can go see in person and kind of talk about some of the things they do well, or some of the things, even little warm-up drills that they do that we do, that the ladies being able to connect to what we're doing, the Aces do. I think that's helpful as a coach for sure.
Right, man. Well, I have to say,
I'm still going crazy after working, getting a 4.0.
Yeah,
and
I'm
playing basketball.
still mystified by that as well. And it looks like if you ladies just keep, it's incredible. But I feel like you ladies will have a great, strong year. I know, Kayla, I believe, is it Salt Lake City your alma mater, or was that Aaliyah's that she transferred from over?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Coach, do you find that you're, now that you guys are up and running as far as this being the third year, do you find that you guys are getting other transfers from other places to come back home to Las Vegas to play here?
Yes, we actually have two former players that will be on the roster, hopefully on the roster and ready to go this year. One is Jordan Stroud from Desert Oasis High School.
Okay.
And she went off and played Division I, II. She got a scholarship to go to Northwestern State, and ended up coming back home, and it was a really good pickup for us. And then Aliyah Ibarra, who was at Salt Lake, and she played at Centennial with KJ here. Again, coming back home and be able to play in front of their friends and family is we definitely see more of it. We have 4 college transfers that came in this year. So
wow,
that's great.
That's awesome.
Program builds, we'll see a lot more of that.
That's really awesome. Awesome.
I don't know if I have any more questions. I did want to ask, so with it being 80% majority from Nevada, I'm sure a good portion of those are Las Vegas.
Yeah.
When the young women come together for the first time and there are some rival high schools there, like, are we seeing any tension from previous seasons? Because, we're seeing the Pat Beverly, Russell Westbrook thing happening now. They're both having to be in the Lakers. Is there something happening ever, like with those first couple games, or first couple practices of the season where, Coach, you kind of got to lay some ground rules for these rivals?
Nope, not at all. I think we do a pretty good job recruiting really good personalities and really good people. We recruit. One of the first things we do, obviously you got to be able to play, but one of the first things we do is we talk about academics, and then we talk to parents, and we get to know the players. So I think we're not going to just take a kid because they're super talented if we think that they rock the boat in any sort of way. So I think we kind of eliminate that in the recruiting process. And to be honest with you, I feel like these guys, a lot of these young ladies enjoy playing with each other from rival schools, because now they're coming together and representing their school, their current school.
Yeah.
So we haven't had that yet, knock on wood.
Okay, good.
Good. But no, hasn't happened yet.
How is it for you when you do lose your players? I mean, you get them for the 2 years, or they get recruited and go on. How's that bittersweet feeling for you? And how often, I know you mentioned keeping in touch with Destiny, but how does it make you feel as a coach when that time is up?
I mean, it's a what do they say? A double-edged sword. It's like, I love seeing them get off to the next college and find a really good situation, but I miss them because we build a relationship as players and coaches, and we're on the road. We spend a lot of time together, and you know, I try to mold myself as a mentor and a good male figure for these young women. And you know, when they move on, I'm supporting them 1,000,000%. And you know, but it is bittersweet because you know they're going on to play, and you want them to represent us, continue to represent us. And you know, you miss them. These two are great. Nadia was just named the co-captain today.
Oh, so congratulations,
wow.
Nadia!
Congratulations.
We have both captains here.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And they're two good examples of, they're great people. They're great athletes. They're great mentors to the new kids coming in, and they're great. They're a joy to coach. So when they move on, it's going to be sad, but I try my best to stay in touch. And I showed them, we're doing a fundraiser right now, and I showed them some of my players from 20 some odd years ago that I still keep in touch with. I think that's a big, that shows.
That's amazing.
It's so, to me, it's bigger than wins and losses, because we'll remember some of the tough losses and some of the wins, but we'll remember the overall experience much more than we will any single game. And I think that's, to me, that's an important thing. They leave this school and enjoy the game of basketball, had a good career academically, athletically, and can look back on their experience with a smile instead of a frown, I guess.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
Hey, and a good coach is somebody that's always going to be on your side. So
Absolutely.
if you had a good one in your lifetime, most definitely you've probably still connected with them, whether it be Facebook, social media, somewhere, because they're always going to be there to support you no matter what. So that's just great, Coach. And for you ladies, again, amazing job. We are both looking forward to this season for you guys. We look forward to catching you guys on court. Anything last minute words from the ladies? Do you have, as far as any short-term goals for the season or for your next steps after CSN? What do you have? What are you looking forward to?
I'm mostly, my main thing is just I want to be able to say that we can make the top 4 teams. Like, I want to go to the playoffs. You know, I want to play in a big gym. Like, I want that. You know, unfortunately, I don't feel like I'm going to continue basketball after this. This was very last minute, coming here and playing for coach and stuff like that. So I do feel like this is probably going to be my last year ever playing basketball since before. So I really do want to go to a championship game. I want to play in a big gym. I want to play in front of a big crowd, and I want to be able to make those top 4 teams. I want that.
Awesome.
Same with her. I do want to make the playoffs and play with these high-level teams with the team we're building right now. Personally, if the opportunity comes for me to play on the next level, I will take it. But academically too, I strive to get another 4.0 this year. And yeah.
That's great.
What are you girls majoring in? What's your major intended to be?
I'm majoring in business.
Okay.
Getting my Associates of Arts.
Very good.
Wonderful.
That's great.
Awesome. Coach, we thank you so much. We'll make sure to share
Coach.
the CSN website so people can go on there to figure out dates and times of games as well as tickets. We're excited to see you, and hopefully we can catch up with you after the season with a championship or having been in the playoffs, right?
Hey, we've already got a championship atmosphere out there. Just keep it rolling, huh?
That's it. Thank you so much for having us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We wish you the best this season.
Yes.
I'm coming down there personally. I'm checking you guys out. I'm excited.
All right, you guys have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yo, listen.
Shout out to Erica who set that up for me. Appreciate you, girl.
Shout out Coach Savage, Aaliyah, Nadia. We appreciate you guys.
I never knew that there was a team, to be honest with you. Keep it 100 with you. I didn't even know. I really didn't. And I mean, you're telling me 3 years in, I just did not. It was not on my radar. But now it is. I had no inkling. I feel crazy because it's like, oh my God, they have a women's basketball team. Like, I had no idea that was going on. And like I said, with Coach Savage, his pedigree alone is just stellar. I mean, he's had vast experience of wins and coaching. And you're telling me 29 years experience and coaching alongside with Jelly Bean Bryant, Kobe's dad. Like, come on, like. They got the right one in place. Shout out to the athletics program for making that happen.
I'm just overjoyed for these young ladies.
And 4.0s and working and going to school. Hello.
doing all that. And I think what people would forget too is, for JUCOs, this is also a place where great talent can still go because they might need to get their grades up. They might have to get their grades up in order to transfer to a D1 or a D2
Absolutely.
school.
Absolutely.
One of my best friends had to go play at a JUCO before he went to football. So, it happens, and these are all great ways. And if you could still get your education,
and a lot of
Vegas,
and a lot of Vegas locals that were athletes, they did go to JUCOs. Dixie College was one before it went to the 4-year. That was a go-to for a lot of our local players out here to get their feet wet, get the grades up, and transfer to Division I or wherever they wanted to go. Shout out to Destiny choosing HBCU, and that alone already is that's awesome. So
that's major.
Congratulations
to be able to get that kind of thing.
Yeah. Listen, all good. If you guys are just tuning in to us, it's Girl Chat Sports on a Wednesday. Mel's been hurricane tracking in Florida.
Listen, I have fallen down the Ian rabbit hole.
Right. You are all in. It's what, category 4 now? Give us an update.
Well, it went down to category 2. Category 2. Okay. Yes. Okay. But it was a category 4 when it hit. I just was doing it because, shout out to all friends and family, for anybody that's out there that has family in West Florida or any part of Florida at this point, because, this thing has diverted around the state. It was supposed to hit Tampa. It didn't hit Tampa. Kind of just brushed over Fort Myers, Naples, all were near where my girlfriend lives. So I'm supposed to be meeting this weekend in Detroit, by the way. So I've been, cautiously just making sure she is good, the family is good, kids are good. I just, seeing that kind of devastation is just hard no matter what.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
But it's also part of the Florida living. You move to Florida, what
hurricane
could
season
be happening.
Yeah, you live in the Keys, hurricane season. Yeah. Even if you live in the Gulf, it's all that with the hurricane. So Mother Nature. And then we had a storm that was like a hurricane. Oh my God, the thunder woke me up at 5:00 this morning. It was so loud. And then the downpour was ridiculous.
I heard the thunder 2:30 when I was still awake.
See.
But then I didn't get it for the rest of the morning.
5:00 in the morning, it just woke me up like an alarm clock. Lord. I mean, that thing was a loud clap of thunder. I was like, it's crazy.
Wow. All
right.
Let's get into some of the I didn't have everything's a hot topic, it seems like, today. I mean, the whole NFL, some Major League Football. Congratulates to Judge. I don't even have 61. The picture because he hit 61 today as we were getting ready for the show.
Yeah.
That was big too.
What's crazy?
What's crazy with that is, I'll just skip right to baseball real quick because that's what I had to get to. Is the Blue Jays walked him 4 times yesterday and already walked him for a 5th time this game, to where it got so bad that I think it was the Connecticut governor had mentioned that Major League Baseball needs to change their rules with it walking, as far as power players.
Right.
Everybody wants to see Judge get his 61st home run, and the Blue Jays basically walked him 5 times.
Well, they were haters.
Yeah, haters. But he had mentioned, hey, if you walk me once, I go to first. If you walk me twice, I go to second. If you walk me 3 times, I'm on third. If you walk me 4 times, well, I just scored a home run because you didn't want to face me.
Right. 74 is the magic number, right? Over 74 is where it's got to go.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 74.
This was also fun, interesting too. Yesterday's game, it looks like, I couldn't zoom in, but if you look up close, there's a section right there that it looks like one fan bought out the entire area. So in hopes of him getting that 61st baseball, he might have had the actual, know-how to land the ball and to then, of course, pay, get the money or get what he wanted in return. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all
but today's ball bounced off the field or bounced off the back gate and went into I think the bullpen. So yeah, wasn't much happening there.
Yeah.
You good? A little sneeze
attack? Yeah, allergies kicking up.
It's okay. I hear you.
What's your Mariners gonna do? You can talk about it real quick.
Listen,
my Dodgers got some pitching to choose. I don't know what.
Shout out to Weeks. I copied this from his Instagram today because, listen, it's. I'm just hoping we win today. Yesterday we had got shut out by the Rangers. The Rangers, no less. Prior to that, we've been having issues, of course, with the Angels, the A's. We are still in the 3rd place, the wild card for the American League. However, the Orioles are still creeping up on us. We're only like 2 games or 3 games with the Orioles. We're still in contention with, Toronto and I forgot the last one that's in the. Anyways,
Oh wow.
the Mariners need to get it together. If they don't
Yeah,
get
they
it
do.
together, and it's tough because Julio's out. He got injured again.
Right.
He's on IL. I believe Haniger and Suarez. Haniger's been back, and I think from what weeks that is that Suarez is just coming back. Either which way, this has to happen. Next week or
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Wild cards start on
Yep.
Friday next week. So we've
Thank
got
God my
a
Dodgers have a
minimal
bye.
amount. I know. We have a minimal amount of games left.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
The
Your
race
Dodgers
continues.
are good.
Yeah, we
The
just
Yankees
gotta
are
figure out.
good.
We just got to figure out our pitching. Who's going to be on game 3 or 4? They're talking about Tony
Yeah.
Gonsolin, but we've got Kershaw, Urias, Tyler Anderson. What I don't want is our closer who's just trash to come in there and mess it up for us. Can't think of his name right now. I had it at the tip of my tongue, but I don't want that. We're talking about game 3. We're trying to just set it up of who's going to be pitching game 1, 2, or 3. If we're going to start Urias first, then Kershaw, but I think Kershaw's going to start game 1. It's just that simple.
Look, I just want to get in.
it.
I just want to get to a game 1.
You will. We're just going to put that out there, Mariners.
Put it out there. Mariners going to break that curse.
I want to see it. I want to see it. It's been a long time. This is ridiculous. Y'all need something out there because definitely Seahawks ain't going to do it. So I really want your
the Storm are good still.
Yeah.
Got
Storm,
the Sounders.
The
Sounders have been
yeah, that's
amazing.
right.
Still the Kraken coming up from a inaugural year.
That's
right. The Huskies are 4-0.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
okay. So
I think we're like I think we're 15 in the AP right now.
Okay.
So. Hey, plan on Pennick. That's all I gotta say. He's amazing. As our friend Andre would say, there appears to be a football game during the Rihanna concert coming in February. Rihanna announced that she will be performing halftime for the NFL Super Bowl in February. I thought it was cute that the NFL's Twitter had changed to National Fenty League.
I love it.
It's going to be a show.
You know
Arizona,
what?
watch out.
It is. It's going to be a great show. Andre had mentioned that, he wished it was for the year that they come to Vegas, 2024. Right. But that's okay. I think it's going to be huge in 2024. It's going to be huge for Vegas. It's going to be really huge. This is a good win for her. Too bad her boyfriend took an L this week by jumping into a mosh pit and having to be rescued out of it. And the memes are hysterical. He looks like he's struggling for his life. I was going to send you a couple of them. When she's winning on a high, here he comes. We're trying to jump into a mosh pit. You're a dad now, sir. You're a dad.
Didn't he get arrested like just a month or 2 ago in the airport?
Possibly, but the mosh pit thing is everything. And shout out to Tyler, the creator, who changed his profile pic to him to the picture of ASAP struggling in that mosh pit because the look on his face was just priceless.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So as soon as they announce this, his news comes with him in the mosh pit struggling to get. They're like, get him out. He's off. Struggling, can't get out. Crazy.
Oh man, I want to touch on a little bit of the Aces, the WNBA, as far as the Team USA that's in the FIBA World Cup right now. Before we get into football, because listen, Asia, Kelsey, and Chelsea so the parade was last Tuesday,
right?
They got in a plane, and I don't think they played the first game Thursday, but they played Friday. They got off a plane. Asia scores 20 points off.
Right.
Unbelievable.
And that's why they had to do the parade so soon because they had to leave. Yeah.
And on Monday this week, the women set the new FIBA world scoring FIBA scoring record. They had 145 points to 69, I believe it was.
That's crazy.
Versus South Korea. Just ridiculous.
Well, it's a loaded team. You got champions on there. 3 of them.
And apparently Kalia Cooper has been going off in there as well for her first FIBA, which is amazing. Also, our girl Asia out here on the Slam magazine.
Oh, Asia.
Yes. Tell your friends.
Yeah. You need to have those collectibles. She might sign it.
Yeah. USA also is in the quarterfinals. I believe it's tonight. It was at 7. So I'm not sure if anybody is up on ESPN. They had a semifinal game tonight against Serbia. I'm assuming they win. But yeah, so that's going to be good. And for all of the other Aces fans out there, especially the Plum fans, Kelsey Plum has an exclusive meet and greet at Finley Volkswagen in Henderson,
Nice.
October 8th. That's going to be from 11 to 12:30 p.m. So go check on Kelsey.
That's
Has
great.
anybody else noticed the flying crickets are back? The flying
Yes,
bugs?
they are. But also NBA, Nikola Jokic and Giannis are playing overseas, and they're saying that they are struggling with playing against some of these overseas teams. Like it's a harder
Why are
game.
they playing overseas?
It's a harder game than what they're used to playing in the NBA. I don't know. There are some Euro leagues that they're playing in right now, and it is. But they said it's just a struggle when they play that they can't.
Well, Euro basketball is
different.
a whole different thing.
It is. It's a whole juggernaut.
And I'm guessing it's probably easier for Euro players to come here than for our players to go out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Knights had their preseason game. It started tonight. Don't know what the score is or if it has any scores yet, but it started at
They
7
lost,
o'clock.
so they're 1-2. They lost twice to the Avalanche.
Is this their first? Oh no, this is their second home match, right? Or has it been a series? Did you freeze?
Hopefully, it's preseason. Huh?
Yeah. It froze for a second, I thought.
Oh yeah, I think so. Am
Yeah.
I good now?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, preseason games. They had they're 1-2 up until now, so we'll see.
Okay. It's 2-0.
Friday. Yeah, Friday. It's the big cash drop.
Oh, for the lights.
Las Vegas Lights.
Let's
5,000.
go.
So here's the deal. Remember how before you could just go on the field?
Right.
Now you have to register for a chance to win.
How was your match last night with them?
That's why I brought the crickets up. It was intense with crickets down there.
Was that like the time we were there and it was like the crickets were everywhere?
Like
and
the bugs
like
that were flying, but these ones are on the ground that, girl, you should have seen Lizzie. Lizzie was crying. It was dying. She was, something touched her hair. She was flipping out.
She was freaking out.
She was freaking out. But it was a lot. It was a lot more than I see up here at my house. Although today, when I took the dogs out, there was a lot more. But yeah, these flying crickets, I don't know what happened. Why is it this time of year? Why are they coming back? How do we get rid of them? Anyways. But yeah, the lights Friday, you go to their website, click on a link to participate if you want to take part in the $5,000 cash drop.
Nice. 5 G's, 5 bands.
5 G's.
How was the match other than that, though? How did they play?
It was great. They won 4-0. I mean, they shut the Monterey out. They're still in the playoff hunt. So this could be, I think they've got 5 more points to get before they're in the bottom slot of the playoff brackets. I think it's the top 6 or 8. I don't know.
But they look good. When I went to that match they look really good. Their goalkeeper's a beast too. Can't remember his name.
He's huge too. He's huge, big guy. Romero. Yes.
Yeah. He's a beast.
Saw Lamadou. There's no more Llama.
Right.
Llama's gone.
Yeah.
So, but I did see Lamadou. So that was nice.
Good.
I'd never been to a weekday match before, so I'm not sure if it's just how weekday matches are.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a lot.
You sent me the video. It's pretty uneventful.
I mean, shout out to Bojo and the DJ. They make, they get it loud. They make it noise. Right. But yeah, even the confetti that comes out isn't as strong as a weekend game. Conserving confetti.
Maybe it's just a conservation thing. I'll wait till the weekend match. Like Law Foretza wasn't there, and I know they're still in it. I was at the weekend match and they were there.
Yeah,
but nobody.
But they did have a lotte. And I'm always down for a lotte. Okay,
how was it?
Go anywhere. So it was delicious.
I love it.
Although I do think they use Miracle Whip instead of mayonnaise, so I wasn't quite.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it had a little different of it, but it was still good. Corn was
a nice little different twang to it.
Yes. Shout out to Alicia. She remembers the flying crickets. Listen, I'm telling you, I
remember those bugs that one year. It was like crazy. I thought we were in the second coming of Armageddon.
Why are we coming back? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
To continue to move on a little bit. So football. Let's just get into football. First of all, let me just tell you, never let Natalie bet ever. So first of all, Natalie didn't bet, but she took part in one of those like win what's his face's money on, and not the NFL Network, but one of those like.
I know what you're talking about.
She picked every team that lost to win.
Did she have to pick day of?
Huh?
Did she have to pick day of?
No, she picked it on Saturday. And she picked she literally I got the picture in front. I forgot to put it on here. She literally picked the Lions, she picked the Raiders, she picked the Patriots, she picked the Saints, and she picked the Bucks. And she picked the Giants too. They all lost.
I mean, listen.
One of them.
Did we think the Bills were going to lose against Miami?
Definitely not.
Okay.
I did not.
Did we think the Chargers were going to lose to Jaguars?
No. Why
exactly.
would they?
So that whole week of picks were trash. She couldn't have won if she did the opposite.
And the Vikings and the Vikings over the Lions. I mean,
I picked the Vikings. I picked the Vikings.
You did. I did.
Oh, I
did.
I picked the Vikings. I thought that was going to be just the, shocker of the week. But
no, I
think we were all shocked. You know what I mean? Did people go in thinking San Francisco was going to be Denver? Of course they did. I mean, this is Kansas City lost. Did people think Kansas City was going to lose their game? No. Like the picks were bad.
I mean, we only have one undefeated team in the entire league now, and that is the Dolphins.
Yeah. Shout out to Mike Dixon because he's floating
shout out to Mike Dixon.
Right
Listen,
now.
Mike Dixon is in Seattle living his life.
He's going crazy.
Pulling all the Miami stuff.
He's going crazy.
There's a few, of course, I had to bring some memes because, of course, the Cowboys barely won. Whatever. It was Monday Night Football. Yeah. No one paid attention. But you should have seen the look on Dak Prescott because Cooper Rush played good. He played good enough to beat the Giants.
Yeah, it's the Giants.
Whenever they panned to Dak, he had this face like, oh, I need to get back.
It doesn't help that Jerry Jones said some messy stuff about him too.
Because he's like, well, wouldn't it be great to have a competition?
He's so shady. Come on.
If Dak ain't gonna perform, I bet you he don't last too much longer. It's supposed
That's terrible.
To be back in
you basically said you'll start Cooper Rush over him anytime.
If Cooper plays better than you.
I mean, it's business.
And I'm sure you'll enjoy this one too, because we are some P Valley fans, but this one made me laugh. How Cowboys fans looking at the ESPN highlights
Uncle
after
Clifford
they won.
rule 5,136. This is how we look at Dallas Cowboy wins. Yeah, that's part of his rules.
Those are
we curl in the fetal position with our head wrap, and we look at the Cowboy scores.
Speaking on that Niners and Broncos game, so Futch, our boy Futch, he's been there the last two games.
Right,
the Broncos. He's in Denver now. Futch hit me and said that he's there, and he was like, "Mel, they're still booing him. Like throughout the game up until they won,
hear the boos on TV.
They were still booing Russ, the team. They are not.
We could hear it on the TV.
It was bad.
We could hear it in Vegas."
And of course, Eli Manning had, everybody's probably seen this by now, is that you should have paid that punter $235 million to the rest.
Yeah, well, the punter saved the game.
Look at the punter stats there, though. Look at these two punter stats. It's incredible.
Right. First of all, I didn't know they had a black punter.
Yeah.
Secondly, he saved the game. Thirdly, Russell turned into Russell Wilson in the late half of the game when he wasn't listening to Nathaniel Hackett anymore, who's actually getting veteran leadership as far as offensive coordinating from the sky up above. They had recruited somebody to help with his play calling. And Russell was like, no, I'm going to have to take over this game. He's hearing the boos. I'm hearing the boos.
I know it's bad, but then
that should be
and then they're interviewing him after the game like he was the reason they won. No, he is not the reason.
No, the punter is the reason they won.
He played terrible. Let me show you a quick Gridiron Heights video.
Let's go with it.
Based on Russell. Hang on.
Let's do it.
All right, I've got a weak offensive line, no depth on defense, and a new coach who says he knows Aaron Rodgers.
It's not what I ordered.
Thought you could cook anything.
God thinks he could turn the Bronco around, but I heard he flamed out in the big time. Seattle.
Behind! We are behind! Chef, how's the au jus?
It's simmering?
Thank you, Chef. Corner!
Yes? Russ, you might get further with people if you stopped acting so extra all the time.
Heard, Chef.
Hey, man, look, we made another mistake in red zone.
What's up, Doc Bronco?
This guy.
Calm down. Service isn't for another 2 hours.
2 minutes, Coach. People are already lined up.
10, 9, 8. Third round, 5 foot nothing. You got your bubble water and your fancy headphones. Why are you in charge of the restaurant? I should have let Marshawn run it.
Fire! Fire everything!
Fired already?
Remember, separation comes from preparation.
Whatever you need, Chef. I want all the beef.
The new special looks like it could be really good.
Sorry, that's out for like 4 to 6 months.
Looks like you're sticking with the usual.
Done, Chef.
That's it?
Well, we couldn't finish it all, so I settled for 3.
I should have let Marshawn run it.
Right.
Oh man, I swear.
I
there's
mean,
never
anything
enough
for the donkeys, I'm
videos.
happy about. Shoot, I was hoping that the whole AFC West would have taken a dump since we did.
Yeah, I hear you.
I was hoping
Unfortunately,
that was going to be the
hey,
case.
the Niners lost, and now we're still tied with them 1-2. I can't be mad at that.
Hey,
3
you
games
can't.
in.
Yeah. What's
At
it looking
all,
like in
at all.
Detroit for you?
Well, Swift is out for this week, so that's good
Yeah.
for us. Although in our game versus the Falcons that we lost, not terribly, it was just a poor defense. There's a lot of bad defense played there by us. We had 3 cornerbacks that were out to start that game,
Right.
which is why we basically had no coverage, and we couldn't stop Cardell Patterson to save our life. I mean, this man had 147 yards, I think, in that game. So, but Gino, listen, he had a better day than rest did. He had 325 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. It's just that and it was the Falcons.
Yeah,
I know.
So meanwhile,
the
Miami is 3-0, and my Raiders are 0-3. Soon to be, I don't know where we're going.
Is this where you're
yeah.
At? So pretty soon there's going to be a player arrested. It sounds like.
God, I hope not.
The Jesus. Oakland Raiders cycle.
Yeah, I mean it's bad. Well, Vegas Raiders, but we are in that Oakland Raider mindset. It seems like.
Your thoughts? Because I know you wanted winning teams, and as of right now,
I went off the last few days to people about this Raiders team. I am very upset. I don't want to buy any merch. I don't want to do anything until they win some games. They could have won the games. The 20-point lead that we had, that we've blown, is a franchise first. We've never done that. Also, to be 0-3 like this, it's devastating because who's to blame? Are we blaming the coach? Are we blaming Derek Carr? We're 9 seasons with Derek Carr. There were some reads that he missed. There were some catches that Darren Waller missed. There were some catches right into the end zone that Keenan Cole had right to his chest and missed. Chandler Jones is missing on a milk carton still. Our defense is bad. I don't know what it's going to come to, but I'm at this point now that, like I said, we've had this guy for 9 years. When is it going to change? When are we? I'm sick of press conferences of adjustments. We need to do this. We need to look at fit. Look, they're all veterans at this point. Why are we not playing better offensively? Do you know we are 51 attempts in the red zone for only 3-point conversion, the most in the league? Us, the Raiders.
Ouch.
That is ridiculous. And I don't want to get too turned up on here about it because it's just crazy. It's insane to me that you have somebody by Devontae Adams. And now the new conspiracy theory is, people got mad at Carr for throwing the ball at Devontae in the first game of week 1 against San Diego Chargers. Week 2, he dispersed the game and passing it to Renfro. People were complaining about that. Week 3, he tries to allocate the ball to all these other people, but he missed reads on Devontae Adams. You have Devontae Adams. You don't have a scrub. You don't have a slouch. He's frustrated. He's angry. He wants to see it turn around and do better. Use him as a target. That's what he's for. If he's in the backfield near the end zone, you throw the ball to him. You missed 3 reads that we saw on camera where Devontae Adams was open and you did short pass plays to your tight end, your wide receiver, your other to your tight ends, and it didn't work.
Not a good
And
look.
then you do a run game with Josh Jacobs, who was sick, who came out on the field and had great run yards, but then you change that play up in the second half. I don't know what is going on with this team. I don't know. They're talking about a new atmosphere for Derek Carr. It is a new atmosphere. He's in Vegas now.
But he's been here. This is not his first year.
Listen, Twitter's savage. Somebody put up a Halloween spirit banner over the Allegiant Stadium. The UNLV Rebels football team has a better record than I say everybody go to games.
Did
you want to see winners in Allegiant?
Did you see the thunder strike above the Allegiant?
I saw that.
They were like, maybe it's going to shock it into some winning time.
Listen, I don't know. It needs to. But we got problems. Bad. We got big problems. And
you know what I've noticed now is it seems like everybody's trying to sell their tickets for this weekend.
They are. They are. We
are
playing the Denver Broncos, a game we should win. I told you at the beginning of the season, I said Russ doesn't really have an O-line. I feel Denver will be dead last in the AFC. I feel like we'll run second under the Chargers and then Kansas City. But no, We're dead last. The Jets have a win. The Jets. And I don't want to hear any excuses about new players coming to a franchise with a veteran quarterback and they have to try to get adjusted. All these new quarterbacks come into systems and they're winning games. So what's the
Julio
problem,
Jones
Raider
is
Nation?
catches even though the Bucks couldn't win. But I mean,
what's the problem, Raider Nation? What is going on? I mean,
let's hope they turn it around. I
don't want him to pull a Randy Moss. I really don't want Davante Adams to pull a Randy Moss and say, I'm going back to Green Bay. Because the only reason he left Green Bay, let's keep it a buck with you, is the simple fact that he wasn't sure if Aaron Rodgers was going to retire. Every season, Aaron Rodgers says, it's my last season. I don't know. I'm not sure. They were going to give him the bag.
Listen, Aaron would probably pay him to come back at this point.
I mean, we're not utilizing him. We're not utilizing him. And then if we have Waller, who had 2 attempts to catch the ball for touchdowns, first of all, you're not catching a one-handed catch. Okay, let's just stop that madness. Get the ball with 2 hands. Okay, we know better, right? And then secondly, you're there and the ball just goes right there. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just beside myself. And we get close. We get so close. Yeah. And then we can't.
You were there.
We were there.
You were there.
And we can't even.
You were there against the Cardinals too. It's just like, oh yeah.
We had a 20-point lead. We blew a 20-point lead. That is a first for Raider Nation. Can we go back to 1980? Can we go back to 1980 when we were 1-3 and we had Jim Plunkett and we won the Super Bowl off of a 1-3 record? I don't know what it's going to look like because we have the Broncos. Then on my birthday, we have the Chiefs away in Arrowhead. And Arrowhead is like one of the worst stadiums you ever want to be.
A road.
And then you go, and then you have the lighter schedule of a low, but does it matter? At that point, we're going 0-5. I'm just going to get used to it.
Okay, well, we'll see. There's also a lot of injuries this week. We've got Sterling Shepard tore his ACL without even having contact in the Monday Night Football game. He's out for the season. Joey Bosa is going to be out for at least 6 weeks. We got Trent Williams out. Mo's out. That's what happens when your phone timer goes off. Mo is out. But I did want to say shout out to everybody that's in the fantasy football leagues, to our girls league out there. Listen. Stick with it, guys. Week 3 was not fun. Week 3 was not for the faint of heart in fantasy football.
No.
Just make sure. Hey, your exit this time worked out really well because I was saying people were out.
Yeah.
And I said everybody was out. I was out. Oh, then Mo's out.
Yeah.
But fantasy football was terrible. I mean, the people you thought were going to show up didn't show up. People you thought you didn't were going to show up.
Where were you? I'm in this money league and I'm sitting on a Raiders record with this money league, 0-3. I have all these key pieces and no one wants to show up.
Yeah. Shout out to the Benchwarmer Ben. I love this guy. Please follow him on all Instagram or Facebook. But here's a good one on the fantasy football duds.
What I find really fascinating, the Broncos won, and yet they have multiple players here. Again, hey man, you play to win the game. Broncos country. You happy? You brought me into this too. Yeah, if this is what letting Russ cook looks like, I see why Pete Carroll chose Geno over you. I could make something out of this. A tortilla with trail mix and sriracha. Yeah, I'm having you arrested. Hey, this is a pleasant surprise. We have the entire Mount Rushmore of inconsistency here. Everyone knows you're good, but everyone also knows you're bound to end up here a few times. Not particularly worried about any of you except DJ Moore, because I think Baker might stink. James Conner, I've said this before, but you have 2 first names. I don't know why anyone trusted you to begin with. Alvin Kamara, I'm starting to think we would have been better off if you had been suspended. Justin Herbert, kudos to you for toughing it out this week. Thank you. But maybe next time take the week off if you can't do a sit-up without crying. Playing through injury helps no one. You weren't the most disappointing, Justin, though. Hey, Jefferson. Yeah? One more bad game and we're changing your name to Bustin. Also, you play in London this week, and I hope if you suck again, the Vikings just leave you there. Kyler, you had a bad week, but now that the MW2 beta is over, I assume you'll bounce back, at least until the full game comes out. Are those the only jokes you have about me? About video games or being short? Until you develop literally any other personality trait? Yes. Stafford, somehow you beat Kyler despite being even worse than him. Really a quarterback matchup for the ages, right up there with Brock Osweiler versus Connor Cook a few years ago. Wasn't that a playoff game? They were dark times. Oh, would you look at that? We've got some tight ends here who aren't Kyle Pitts. George Kittle, thank you for coming back from a groin injury just to kick all your fantasy owners in the dick. We really didn't need to suffer with you, but thanks. And Darren Waller, I'll tell you the same thing I told Davante Adams last week. It would have been nice to know that Mac Hollins is your new daddy. And last but not least, Gabe Davis. You know, when it comes to Bills who are good at putting people to sleep, there's Cosby, and then there's you. Jesus, dude. Yeah, and honestly, you're right on his tail.
Right. Absolutely right on all of that. I mean, they gave me nothing. I'm playing for money.
Nothing.
Guys. This is ridiculous. Like,
people are out there sweating, right? Like, I went through a panic. I think I picked up like 2 waivers on both of my teams just because I was like, I can't anymore. I can't. I need the options. Plus, yeah, Leonard Fournette, who barely got any points this week as well.
I know. I had
guys that got points were on my bench that I didn't even think would get points. It was just
You would have thought Tom Brady would have had a run game against Green Bay or something. I thought Fournette was just going to be that guy. Like, that's going to be the point person. He's
or
gonna be
that
running
Tom
the ball
Brady
most
could
of
have
the game.
thrown a touchdown or two.
Right,
actually. He didn't get that
something.
first one. Listen.
Hey, you know what? Not for nothing. I mean, I appreciate Green Bay for winning that game, honestly, but you beat the game on a low-scoring game with a broken Tom Brady offensive line. Nobody. Mike Evans was out on suspension, who's on my fantasy league. Thank you, Mike Evans. Take an L on that. I mean, it doesn't say much. You know what I mean? It doesn't say much.
I love the Bustin' Jefferson. We're going to call you Bustin' Jefferson.
Yeah.
And Justin Jefferson is like one of the top players that people picked off the draft board to begin with.
Right. Well, next to Jonathan Taylor, I mean, I need you to do better too. I got you too. Like, come on.
It's all bad. It's all bad. Hey, I just
this
had
is
a
their
show.
preseason.
NBA had their media days. We saw a bunch of good
that.
footage. It was great times. Lonzo Ball is gonna have their surgery. Could be out all season.
Yeah,
who knows? It's terrible for the Bulls.
Yeah.
Jello's gonna go play with Melo over in Charlotte. That's great.
I saw that.
But the biggest kick that I saw was the Zion weight loss.
And just how are you feeling now physically compared to your first couple years in the league? Just where you are?
I feel like I'm in my best right now. I feel like I'm moving faster, jumping higher. I feel great.
Man, you better watch out, baby LT. Listen, he's looking a lot like Lawrence Taylor. He might actually do so. If he lost the weight and can play without injury now that he's lost some weight, this could be a force. This could happen.
I'm not betting on him. I don't care. I'm not betting on him. He lands hard.
That's a pretty big
matter. You're not
weight
light on your
loss,
feet,
though.
sir. You still land hard. All it takes is a God forbidden ridiculous injury because you're wearing the wrong shoes or something crazy. Yeah. I have to see it. I'm still not. Okay. And they put it in his contract now that he needs to lose weight. So that was a must for him. Wasn't like he was. Yeah, he has to. Like it was ridiculous. Hopefully that will make him healthier and stronger. But shoot, I'm yet to be determined on him. I like that CJ's down there with him. That'll help. But
we'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
It was good to see because we hadn't seen that in
all I saw
years.
Was muscle definition. He still looked the same size to me. It looked like he just had more muscles. 2021, 2022. A little bit, slightly.
Hey, I would take that loss. I would take that loss. Speaking into some shoes, sneakers real quick before we get into our picks for the week. Nikes.
We're not going to talk about Ime? We're just going to skip over that, huh? We're not going to talk about Ime. We didn't even talk about that.
I mean, what else can you talk about? Did we talk about last week?
No.
It just happened?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, Nia Long got cheated on
that's
by
a
her
Locos.
By her 10-year boyfriend, father over 2 kids, 2 or 3, I guess.
All I got to say is message for men, don't do where you work.
Listen, you don't dip the stick in the work.
Just don't. So many things could have gone bad with that. Even if it was consensual.
And supposedly it's the woman that was booking the flights for Nia to come visit and for her stay.
I heard, set her up in the home and all that. Then I'm hearing it's an executive. We don't know who the woman is. The point being is if you are a boss and they are subordinate or if they are above pay grade higher than you,
where is HR, right?
Don't mess with them. We're in this Me Too space. Why are you guys even playing these games? Why? Just for the simple fact that even if it was consensual, I don't care. Because guess what happens when you break up? There's retaliation on that. Guess what happens when you're in the relationship? There's favoritism. There's this, there's that. So people are around. It's bad on both sides. I don't give a darn that it's consensual.
It's both.
And a year's suspension means he's gone.
I think it's equally bad his fault as it is the woman's fault, whoever this woman is. Because what are you doing? You're married with a family and you're doing this. Come on.
Absolutely. He's not married yet, but doggone it, he was on his way. But the thing of it is it took 10 years, so she saw something. I mean, I don't know what the dynamics of their relationship is.
Who knows?
But the thing of it is men, y'all got to stop doing this stuff. And women, you got to stop playing too. Stop playing in this kind of crazy.
Stop accepting that.
Exactly. And we're in this space of Me Too. Are you guys not understanding? Are you not registering what could happen in this whole sensitive space of sexual harassment and the men?
And now he had a job for a year. He's suspended for the entire season.
And he's not coming back. And he's not coming back because if you fire a coach, you got to pay him that big contract. The suspension makes sense. If Boston's policy is that they don't have to pay him that big money, they can have him forcibly resign by the end of all of this or whatever the case is. It is interesting that they're not disclosing the woman just because it's so many multiple reports. People are thinking that Boston leaked this story. I think an employee leaked the story, to be quite honest with you. I think somebody went
caught
to
them in the break room.
Yeah, I caught him in the break room, noticed some things. I mean, I'm sure it was, and people are saying, well, it shouldn't have gotten leaked in the first. Hey, it was going to get leaked anyway. If they had
someone's leaking it, because someone's going to pay for that information.
Right. But even if they announce Ime Udoka's getting suspended for the year, you don't think Twitter Nation is going to dig deep and find out why?
They're
Stories
gathering
coming out
receipts
either way.
all
it doesn't
day.
matter. All day is the truth is going to come out. You're not going to walk away with some blank news. Everybody's going to want to know why is he suspended for a year? Code of conduct. What did he do? Let's look into it. You know, I investigate stuff, so I know I'm going to be nosy. I own that. But you think y'all sit there acting like y'all not going to be nosy as to why he got suspended? No, you're gonna tell it, and they're telling it. So that's what it is.
Absolutely.
He deserved a year's suspension, be it cheating on Nia Long any doggone way. He deserves a year's suspension for even acting a donkey having Nia Long. So it is what it is. Okay, on to the sneakers. I just wanted to talk about that.
No, that's good because I completely passed over Hugadores.
Yes, that was a Hugadores local for your behind. Next to Brett Favre, the welfare queen. We'll get into that another day.
That's like a whole show right there. That's a whole show.
That is, yeah.
And I also had the NASCAR guy who was going haymaker on the other guy. You see
I saw that. That's crazy. Come on, guys.
What is he doing?
Mercury and a retro Gatorade.
Listen,
I don't know.
Is it over yet? Is it over yet?
Maybe it's something going on.
First up, Nike. LeBron's got his 20s out. The Time Machine. They come out tomorrow. Those. Yeah, those aren't bad. They're still very Miami. I feel like those Miami ones. Yeah. Here's something we don't show very often. Pair of Asics.
Oh yeah.
So the Nike, the Nice Kicks and Asics Gel Light OG. This is called the Black Sesame. It's based off of Japan's favorite ice cream flavor, the Black Sesame ice cream. So this is what they look like. These will be out on the 29th. You know, I like that neon.
Yeah. That's that Seahawks.
Throw those in there.
Mm-hmm.
Billie Eilish with her next set of Nike's Air Force Ones. This is the Sequoia. Come out on the 30th. Now, I would have totally grabbed these if there was some kind of side zipper for them. But the fact that you got to lace all these puppies up and Velcro like all 5 straps.
That's a lot of work to get on a shoe.
That's doing a whole lot for me.
Maybe you can loosen up the laces and I don't know. Oh, those are good for Adidas.
So Adidas has the Black Panther Wakanda Forever collection. Mm-hmm. You've got the Ultra 4D up there on the left, the Mahomes on the right. Prime knit cleat on the bottom left, and the Addy Zero Ubersonic 4 on the right. And they all have like a pretty dope little Wakanda Forever box they come in. I'm a fan of the purple and gold anyway, because these basically look at the Huskies Ultras that I have already bought, but those are nice. Shout out to Adidas for those.
And just so you know, Serbia and USA are playing right now live on ESPN.
What's the
you
score?
Guys can catch it. Right now it is 60-36 USA.
Okay.
And they are in the third quarter.
All right. Good deal.
Yep.
These are the Obsidians. You've got one choice on the left, which is the Air Max 1QS. And on the right, you've got the Air Max 97. Both are labeled Obsidian. I'm a Navy, I like that blue and green, but I can't get down with the 97s at all. But those will be out also, I believe, on the 30th. Yes. Air Jordan 12s, the Hyper Royal. These will be out on the 1st, which is Saturday. And then you've got the Jordan 4s, the black canvas. These will also be out on Saturday.
Okay.
It's like a matte black. Yeah. So there we go. There we have it.
Yeah. Fell on my foot and I almost screamed out. My 4s did. So heavy.
I'm not too bad on them, but I do prefer my ones. That's for sure.
Yeah, I like the ones till they change the leather. And I want to know what's going on with this Kanye thing out here, audience. Kanye has been fighting with Yeezy and Gap, and I've been following through a rabbit hole about all of that. And now he's wanting to partner with some Black-owned brands to kind of basically.
Why did he go to Gap to begin with then?
Sway was right. At the end of the day, Sway was right. He told you to start your own collective and your own creative thing. And now you're choosing some Black designers to do that. So hopefully that comes out to pan out to some kind of something.
Well, hopefully they're not having to sell it out of trash bags again too, though.
I mean, listen, Kanye is rocking around all season in the hottest of
Did
summers.
you see his diamond flip-flops, diamond encrusted flip-flops that he wore with socks?
Like he actually had flip-flops on? Because every time I see him, he's in boots.
And they were diamond encrusted, like crystals or diamonds.
Boy, to
on
have
them,
some money like
while
that.
he had socks on too. Yeah.
But the thing of it is he's been wearing like heavy stuff he's been making me hot all
It
summer.
was all black. It was still all black and heavy. It's just that for some, now he went with like this, like, Japanese, like, Zodiac motif almost. So I don't know. I won last week. We barely.
Okay.
I had 2 right. You had 1 right. Or I mean, it was 2-1.
Only 1 right?
Not 1, but I'm saying of our separate bets, because we had similar ones throughout, but out of the 3 that we bet separate, like you had the Vikings, but I had the Broncos, and I had.
Oh, okay. I went off of that. I went with San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll never bet on the Donkeys, so that's the default of that.
Yeah, and I never bet on the Niners, so that's the other default on that one. All right, it's week 4. Hopefully this is better on all sorts. And then what makes me mad too is I had a really good parlay on FanDuel because I was in Arizona. I was able to access my FanDuel at a great 2 12-team parlays that could have easily hit had the normalcy of regular football antics happened. One would have been for 12,000. One would have been for like 20,000.
Well, when you do those long big parlays, they never hit. First of all,
I know, but it was like Saquon anytime touchdown. Mahomes, getting 2 it was just the basic stuff that usually could happen every game.
Yeah,
I wasn't just betting on who was winning. I was betting on the players. So
week 3 is so what I'm going to come to the determination of is no one bet first 3 weeks of football. That is their professional preseason weeks. I feel like I don't think anybody should be playing on. I don't bet this early. I really don't. I'll do pick'ems for money, but I won't bet like that. It's too
I'm
early.
just betting like $5 parlay
mid-season, and I gotta watch these players till we get to the middle of the season, so I can kind of get a rhythm of what's going on.
I hear you. Well, that's what's happening. So we've got Miami at Cincinnati for Thursday Night Football. Miami's coming off a huge win against the Bills, and then we got Joe Burrow.
They're 1-3 right now, and they're at home. Yeah. Well, I just need to see him do some things with Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon, like make that happen.
Why haven't? That's another thing is where is the Bengals been?
I don't know, but they got a -3.5 in the book, so I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna bet on Cincinnati.
All right,
I'll pick Cincinnati. That bet, pick Cincinnati.
I'm gonna take Miami.
Okay,
roll with it. Let's see what
I need. Well, for one, if I start Tyreek Hill, sir, I need to see numbers from that.
Yeah.
Jeez, how you got the cheetah over there and he ain't cheating, running and being a cheetah?
All right, we got the Vikings at the Saints. I think I'll be with the Saints. I don't know what happened last game for them, but yeah,
I'm gonna go with Minnesota. And Saints are my second team. Shoot. Because they win good at home. They do pretty fair at home. I'm going with the Vikings. I'm gonna keep it going with Kirk Cousins and company.
Okay. And then we got the Browns at Falcons.
I'm rolling with the Browns.
Same.
They looked good. Jacoby Brissett looked really good.
He looked good. Njoku was good. Yeah. Chubb is
Njoku looked really good. I benched him and I was so tight because the first 2 weeks he wasn't doing nothing. So mad.
All right, we got the Bills at the Ravens, both 2-1. This could be a good matchup.
I'm going with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going with Lamar Jackson. This is the battle of the MVPs.
Yeah, I'm going with I just feel like Josh Allen gonna let 2 games slip by him.
He's not.
Yeah.
But I
Commanders at the Cowboys. Listen, I would love for the Commanders.
I'm going with the Cowboys.
Come in
I hate to say that, but they're not. Commanders gonna go commando on them.
I know. I'm gonna have to roll with those stupid team anyways. Seattle at the Lions. Of course, I gotta roll with my team.
I'm gonna go with the Lions on that one.
I'm gonna pray to the base or the football gods that they can find mercy on my team. Listen, the thing is, I don't even know if any of our corners are going to be healthy yet. Our defense is lacking. If Geno can just throw it down their throats a few more times, a few touchdowns, I'd be okay with that. But
he can't. So
the Lions' defense is just
exactly. I was about to say, you gonna stop that Lions defense? Jeez. Yeah. Good luck.
Hey, I gotta take it. I gotta take this.
You ain't gotta take it if it's all business. You could go against your team.
It.
If you go against your team, they might win.
I'm not going against my team. I'm still rolling. I mean, I've already made a couple side bets on them. We'll see what happens. But Chargers at the Texans.
Lions in those side bets?
Huh?
You picked the Lions in those side bets?
No, I picked Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah. I roll with my team.
Okay.
I'm not saying my team's going to the Super Bowl, but I'm gonna roll with them.
Well, I
individually.
hope you're not saying that. We know you're not that crazy.
I'm not a Cowboy or a Niner fan, so
we know you're not that crazy.
Chargers at the Texans. Texans have yet to win a game. Chargers, listen, is Herbert
They're gonna come
playing
back
this weekend?
Their coach is suspect too, in question because that's ridiculous.
I think Keenan Allen's back too.
Yeah, maybe. Austin Eckler, I think, went out too, and then check this out. Joe Burrow's questionable. I mean, not Joe Burrow. I'm sorry. Who's their quarterback in Chargerland? Herbert. Justin Herbert is questionable right now, so I don't know.
I'm gonna still roll with them. I don't know
I don't know. I'm going against the AFC West. If we're tanking, I want all of them to tank.
Well,
so
you want the Texans?
Okay. Yeah, we'll do the Texans.
All right. Titans versus the Colts.
Titans look good. They looked really good.
They could look better.
Derrick Henry, though, honey,
Derrick Titan, he needs to be getting it through there.
He did. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'll go with the Colts. It's a home field. See what they do.
All right. Bears at the Giants.
Ooh, this might be a win for the Giants. I think they may have to come back on this.
This be a good match, though.
Yeah. I'm going with the Giants. I'm going to roll with them.
Huh. Ooh,
Justin Fields is not. They haven't played anybody. Justin Fields looks good. I mean, they just haven't played anybody.
But now the Giants are out. Sterling Shepard.
They're out.
I don't know. He's out. He's out for the season.
Oh, that's right. I think they still can prevail. Still got Saquon.
Yeah, they're
out
at
there.
home. They're not.
They got Saquon out there. They were at home against the Cowboys.
But that's a short week too.
Yeah, but that's okay. This will be the makeup game. I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Same. Jaguars at the Eagles. Eagles are the only 3-0 team.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
They looking so good.
At
my God, they're on a roll.
I'm just gonna go against them just because. Look at that's what I'm saying.
Watch that be the upset game. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Jaguars.
Maybe I need to put Trevor Lawrence in because I had Trevor Lawrence on the bench yet last weekend and he came through with.
Let me tell you something. They got a coach over there in Duval. That man is coaching his butt off. They got San Diego's.
They also got all the first-round draft picks.
Yeah,
like
but they got all out-coached. He executed them tremendously. Yeah, that's a shaky thing. That could be the upset, but I'll go with the Eagles. I'm roll with them. Fly Eagles.
We got the Jets at the Steelers.
I picked the Jets. I know it'd be the Steelers, but Mitchell Trubisky is. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, Zach. I think Zach Wilson's back this week. If he's
got a sore knee. He's back. He's still sore, but Zach Wilson might ball out. You never know. He's still got knee soreness.
I don't really have faith in the Steelers.
I don't either. That's why I picked the Jets. I was like, I'm just gonna go with the Jets. Why not?
All right, Cardinals at the Panthers. I want to go with the Panthers only because I don't want the Cardinals to win.
Yeah,
because they both are. I mean, at least they're in Carolina. I just
-1.5. That could go either way. That's a field goal.
Yeah, I just need Kyler to have a good game this time. Show up.
I think the Panthers are going to win. I'll go with the Panthers with you on that.
All right, Patriots at Green Bay.
Oh, I'm going to go with Green Bay.
Yeah,
Aaron Jones looked good too.
He didn't play well. Yeah, I don't know.
He looked decent. I mean,
but he wasn't playing to the. The first 2 games he went off. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Patriots
Sunday night
don't really have anybody.
Sorry, Broncos and Raiders. Yeah.
I gotta go with my Raiders. I got to.
I'm gonna roll with you just because
but the thing
I don't
of
need
it
to have it
is
again.
Shit. Oh, I cursed. I'm sorry.
They
gotta. You know what?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Afternoon game in Vegas. Lightning struck.
Maybe it revamped the stadium.
I need them to get on deck. I need them to.
I'm just happy to see Russell lose again. So
me too, but I don't want to see these donkey fans. I don't want to see their orange jerseys. I don't want to hear nothing from them if they beat us. Like I really don't.
Don't be out there.
They're out there, and I just don't really want that energy. But
all right, Sunday night football. We got the Chiefs at the Buccaneers. It's a 2-1. Is Tom Brady? Listen. Relationship issues are real, and when you're going through it, you don't always perform to how you're supposed to be.
They only got a -1,
and Giselle wasn't at the game. Apparently, they're living separately at the moment, supposedly.
That's a good game. I don't know. I'm going with the Buccaneers because it's AFC West, and I'm a hater to the Chiefs. So I'm going to have to roll with Tampa Bay because think about it. If they had that 2-point attempt on the last game against Green Bay, they would have won that game.
Oh, but get this, though. Hang on. Tampa has been practicing in Miami due to the hurricane. And if Tampa is not sufficient to play the game this Sunday, they're going to be playing in Minnesota as the alternate field.
They like Tom Brady ain't never played in cold weather before.
Well, they have a
they're in a don't think. Oh, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like the travel, you were expecting a home game, and now you're traveling to Minnesota.
Isn't there a London game this week or no?
Yeah, Minnesota's in London. The Vikings are playing in London.
Yeah, that game can go either way.
So make sure that game's going to be on like at 6:00 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, won't be watching that.
Vikings and Saints. That's the one that's in London.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Vikings in that. Buccaneers. I'm still going with the Buccaneers. It's Tom Brady.
Where's Tom Brady? I mean,
I don't care. It's Tom Brady. I'm not about to go there with that.
I want the Chiefs, but I also know that I need Tom for my fantasy league.
I need Pat Mahomes to still ball out for my fantasy league, but I'm not going to pick an AFC West team. I'm going to go with Buccaneers just on GP.
All right.
And it's Tom Brady. Like, I'm
rolling with the Chiefs, but I need Tom Brady to have I need this to be a shootout, is what I'm saying. This needs to be like
gunslinging action on both
30-something to 30-something.
I need it
like,
on
make
both
it
sides.
going.
I need it on both sides. I agree with you.
All right, we got the Rams at the Niners for Monday Night Football.
Divisional. I'm going with the Super Bowl champs.
I will too.
Even though I waived Dak for Jimmy Garoppolo.
I dropped him again.
You dropped Jimmy?
He's not going to be it.
No, I'm keeping I've got Justin Herbert and Pat Mahomes on one. I'm keeping them in starting position, but I just have them for the flex for the bye week. And I might pick up somebody else.
Yeah, but you might as well just get rid of him until it. Well, I mean, that's up to you.
I don't know. I picked up Zay Jones too for Jaguars because Zay Jones, former Raider. Boy, we sure could have used you. Balled out against the Chargers.
Could have used a lot.
We didn't need to use a lot. We should have had that line. But anyway, everybody, it's been long.
It's been long. It's been winded. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you again to Coach Dan Savage.
Yes.
To the girls, Nadia and is it Kayla? I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla, yes. Mm-hmm. Also, shout out to Nevada Week and for our
Amber Dixon
Amber Dixon on there, and also to Anna Jerka for me and Brian's show on Monday. So if you need to see any of those things, make sure you go to the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to Girl Chat Sports. If you're catching the tail end of this, just wait for the replay or check us out on YouTube tomorrow.
Maybe you can clip clip it. Do little clips.
Yeah, I could do that too.
Yeah. Might get more views that way when I start going on my rant about the Raiders. Just hashtag Raiders. If I get a views on that.
That means I got to start clipping stuff.
Yeah.
I need an intern who wants to come edit some
videos. Because I don't know how to do that. I mean, you can send it to me. I could try, but I mean, I'm not that savvy.
You can screen record from the Facebook, really.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, and then just clip it that way. That would be a good look.
Anyway, that's our show. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back next week. Happy week 4, and may all your picks come true.
Yes.
See you guys.
Shoot.